It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Welcome to the morning show on XL7-TV. I'm Bob Richtenwald. This is Scooter. Whoop whoop. Scott Callies.
Well, how are you today?
Well, it is winding down another week.
How was the first softball game last night?
Very good.
Very good?
It was very good.
It was a benefit game, if I recall.
Benefit game against Pottsville, so there ended up only being one game. There was no JV game last night.
Oh, okay.
So Pottsville Lady Apaches came to town. They came out swinging pretty strong. They took a 2-0 lead in the first. At the top of the first, we answered correctly. First batter up, smacked a home run. Maddie Simmons nailed a home run. First thing out of the bat.
Go. Set the tone.
So at the end of one, it was 2-4. Lady Bombers were up on top. Then we had several dry innings, and then we had Kaylin Pope come out and spanked one over the fence. We had 2 home runs, out of the park home runs last night. Some good defensive play. We had some good pitching by Chloe Bohannon. She pitched all 7 innings and come out on top. Very good.
Awesome.
Good way to start your season.
There you go.
Because after last night, there's nothing easy about the Lady Bomber softball season.
Really?
Nothing easy. They get 2 or 3 non-conference games, and then it's solid conference, home and away conference games.
Jeez. No build-up, huh?
No.
Just hit right out of the gate.
There might be 2 little tournaments somewhere in there over the weekends. Haven't really digested the
whole schedule
the
yet.
whole schedule yet, but it's tough. It's a tough because they play the same conferences we do in every other sport.
Yeah.
So therefore, you're home and away against Greenwood and Farmington and Van Buren and Alma and Harrison, and it's just a nightmare. Tough. Got a bunch of good girls though.
That's awesome.
Good looking.
That's awesome.
Team. A lot of depth this year.
That's good. It's always a good thing. Never know what's going to happen, and you've got to rotate, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, rotate and delegate.
Yep. Way to go.
Get them ready to step up.
Good way to start the season.
Good way to start the season. Yep, absolutely.
Way to go.
Fun times. We did do it just off of a tablet last night, which wasn't a bad way to do it. But I promise folks that we'll have our regular setup for the home games after this. So.
Yeah, we just, with basketball going and that
well,
going
and I've told
trying
everybody, you guys were busy in West Plains setting up
Yeah.
a RV park for internet and some things like that, and it just wasn't conducive with getting everything set up, so we just rolled with what we had.
And with basketball going, we got to completely reprogram the PTZ camera to work on the other one than using it as a scoreboard on the one. So, while we're juggling basketball, it may be a little tougher.
A little hairy. Anyway, it was fun.
Awesome.
Good time. Did you do anything exciting yesterday other than trip to West Plains and back?
Trip to West Plains, and we did get it done. We're doing a big install down there. We got the install all done and got back probably 4-ish back into town, so it wasn't too bad. Don't have to go back out there. It's all done, so I'm happy for that.
That's the only thing.
That's a good thing.
Yep. All right, well, let's get this party started.
All right.
It's time for the morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. Hospice of the Ozarks has been taking care of Baxter Marion County since 1979. They'd be glad to take care of you as well. And now the morning prayer, sir.
Lord, we just thank you for this day that you made. We ask to always lift your name up. Lord, you reign above every circumstance, Lord, and this is a day that you have made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. We thank you so much for what you're doing in and through this community. We thank you for just sharing our goals with one another, and I just pray that we would continue to do that. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
The morning prayer brought to you by Hospice of the Ozarks, 870-508-1771. We'll be back after a quick word from Bob and Linda Zdora of the Z-Team in Century 21 LeMac Realty.
Hi, I'm Bob Zdora of the Z-Team. I'd like to share something with you. Our team didn't need to reach everyone to be considered successful. We only needed the power of one. One person who was delighted with the way they were treated, helping them to reach their real estate goals. One person who told another person who told another, and so on. So if you're ready to buy or sell real estate, the Z Team would like to be your one. Give us a call. 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for the lake levels, dam reports, and all the weather updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora. The Z Team is Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is your number. retiredarkansas.net is our website. If you go there, click on live views. This is what you see today.
Foggy.
Little froggy. Got some froggy. That's really not fog. That's low-lying clouds.
I don't know, because when I was going through looking up temperatures and stuff, a lot of people had fog. It was listed whatever the temperature, and it said fog.
Fog.
So there's a lot of towns around here that have fog in it.
Lots of fog.
A lot of fog this
Well,
morning.
we'll take that, I guess.
I didn't notice it so much coming in, but
This is the beautiful White River that separates Marion County, Arkansas from Baxter County, Arkansas. It's the city of Cotterbolo, all that fog with their city park and their baseball fields, Contractors Trust, and the Railroad Museum to the right under the fog patch. To the far right would be the city of Mountain Home. In front of that would be the city of Gasfu. You can't even see the Witch's Hat water tower because it's a little bit on the froggy side. Way off in the distance, straight ahead would be the state of Missouri, if you could see that far. And around to the left-hand side would be the city of Bull Shoals. Nonetheless, it's what we call God's country. If you'd like to see what's available for sale here, go to retiredarkansas.net, click on MLS listings, find something that excites you and tickles your fancy, then give Miss Linda a call at 870-405-0793. Going to run through some temperatures, and hopefully Scooter will let that click on through. Currently in Mountain Home, it's 45. Harrison is 40. Batesville, 41. Yellville, 40. Marshall at 43. Salem at 37. Mountain View is at 42. Calico Rock, 38. West Plains, Missouri, 44. Springfield and Poplar Bluff both are at 35. And St. Louis, Missouri is at 37. Going to take a look at the radar. We're going to do things a little bit different today. We're going to take a look at the Arkansas radar first. From Bentonville to Blytheville, Fayetteville, over to Jonesboro, Fort Smith, Conway, Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Hot Springs, Texarkana. If you're traveling Arkansas, it's a good day to do it. It's nice and clear for you to do that as well. We're going to zoom back out and take a look at the national scene. As you can see, some heavy bands of rain running from New Orleans all the way up to Raleigh, South Carolina, tipping into Florida a little bit, but the rest of the country looks pretty clear. Watches and warnings, looks like a dense fog at watch and advisory through, probably at least half of the state of Arkansas into Tennessee, northern portion of Mississippi, Louisiana, and Texas
hold on.
as well.
hold on, we're froze up again. My whole program.
Aren't we excited?
Yes, I don't even know. Our audio may be going out, but it doesn't show that it is. So we're going to reboot this again. It won't even close.
You don't even want to close when you do.
All right, we're back. We had a glitch and had a reboot.
Watches and warnings across the country. It looks like we've got some heavy fog in Arkansas into Tennessee, northern portion of Mississippi. Some in the midsection of Louisiana, down around the Gulf Coast as well, down into Texas. 7-day forecast looks like this. High today is 77, mostly sunny. Clear tonight, low 47, high at 77 tomorrow. 73 today, 77 tomorrow. 44 tomorrow night, 58 on Sunday with a chance of rain Sunday night. Chance of rain on Monday, high 54. Chance of rain on Tuesday, high 67. Wednesday looks like there's going to be rain going to be raining next week. It looks like, Scooter. 71 on Wednesday, 72 on Thursday. Lake levels and dam reports.
It would not load when I did them this morning, so I was going to have you try to reload them now. As well as they did not update their dam reports. So something may be going on with their end on that side.
So we have no lake levels and dam reports as of today, but we'll have Monday. I bet it hadn't changed a whole lot from yesterday. So
Water in the lake is water in the river.
there's water in the lake, water in the rivers, and
There you go.
it's cold both places. So we'll call that good. Lake levels, dam reports, and all the updates brought to you by Bob and Linda Zdora. The Z Team at Century 21 LeMac Realty. 870-405-0793 is their number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. These are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zdora. We'll be back in just a moment.
You build more than projects. You build what communities rely on. When the job site runs on results, put Kubota to work. Backed by expert service and support from your local Kubota dealer. Right now, bring home select Kubota KX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $4,800.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
It's time for community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. If you're looking for any kind of construction equipment, skid steers, backhoes, front end loaders, mini X's, mini skids, they've got them. Brake bed trailers, RTVs, tractors, New Hollands, Kubotas, zero turn mowers. They've got Skags up there as well. You got something broke, let them help you get it fixed. If you know the parts you need, go out there and pick it up and fix it yourself, and then bring it back and let them put it back together for you. Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. Let's see, we've got pancake breakfast in the morning from 7:30 to 11 at the Alley White American Legion Post 52 at 717 Market Street here in Mountain Home. It's $10 for adults, $5 for kids 5 through 12. Kids under 4 eat free. If you're a Korean War or World War II veteran, you can eat free as well. Active military, reservists, and first responders, all in uniform, can eat free too. Fundraising proceeds help support local veterans and their families. Go check that out. The second annual pickleball tournament brought to you by North Central Board of Realtors. It is a scholarship slam. It's a pickleball tournament at Legacy Racket and Fitness at 514 Coley. Starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's $50 for a player. Add $10 for an event. Add event for $10. It's been delayed. Okay, that has been delayed.
It's not going to happen tomorrow.
It will not be happening tomorrow. New date has not been appointed, so we will talk about that more next week once we get a new date for you. The local law enforcement torch run, a polar plunge, will be happening at Henderson Park Recreation at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Be ready to be cold, be wet, have fun, and this will benefit Special Olympics of Arkansas. Mountain Home Naval Junior ROTC is having their fundraiser dinner at the Shed on March the 3rd at 6 o'clock. For more information, get a hold of Tim Nichols. You can call him at Marchant's Lumber because his name and number is not on this piece of paper. A Veteran Town Hall meeting will be held on March the 4th, which is Wednesday, from 10:30 to 11:30. That will be at the VFW Ozark Post 3246 at 214 West 7th Street. Go get you some information about the healthcare programs available to veterans. And here's Tim Nichols' number for the Naval Junior ROTC, 870-321-6726. They are doing a mini golf tournament at Little T's on Highway 5 North. All kinds of opportunities for sponsorships there. We'll talk more about that on Monday. We got the Second Amendment Legacy Foundation coming up in April. We'll visit on that a little bit more as well. And that's what we're calling good today, Scooter.
All right.
Community news and happenings brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. 870-425-3434, Highway 62 Southwest at Buford Road. We'll be back with This Week in Real Estate with Bob Zdora in just a moment.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's time for This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zdora. How are you, sir?
I'm well, sir.
Things are changing out there. Weather's nice.
Weather's nice. People
Spring break is around the corner. Folks will be coming to
Phones
town.
are ringing. Emails are coming in. People have been sitting there, wherever there is, in the winter and the snow and everything else. And
I don't want to do this.
They've been
another year.
online. Yeah, that's right. And they've been sitting there and they've been online and they've been looking. And how about this? Well, this is nice. What about this place? What about this town? What about this state? And working their way through some of this stuff. And it's time. So we've had, Darlene's had people out, a couple of different people out this week. Linda's had people out. It's been, so it's nice. We had a realtor brunch yesterday for some educational purposes of some laws that are changing as far as IRS notifications and things that are going to start, actually they're going to start Monday. It's a small window of things, but it's stuff that, kind of protect us from making mistakes. So Roger Morgan and Ted Sanders came out and gave us the scoop on that stuff. It was very good. And one of their other guys, and I'm going to apologize, I don't know the name. I just know him as Rogers and Morgan. But now there's like 4 or 5 names on the wall there.
There's a Clark over there too.
Yes, I believe that was a gentleman's name who came and talked about it. So that was good. And talking to the other agents that were there about, how's business and, kibitzing and stuff. And everybody's real positive. It's just a good feeling for how things are going. Mm-hmm. Rates are down below 6. It's not everybody's going to get it, but you're going to get a better rate than you were. The lower that gets, the better it gets for those who may have little blemishes on their credits, things like that, things you may want to get straightened out. So market's going forward.
I saw a little blurb on social media that you and some of the other realtors got a sneak preview of the community center.
Yes, I wasn't there. I had another appointment, but Linda was there, and she shot some video and stuff. She posted all of that on her YouTube, or excuse me, on her Facebook. She was just overwhelmed with how cool it is and how the size of it, the scope of it, all the things that you can do there. Mm-hmm. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a great draw for people coming in. It's going to be a great when they're having baseball tournaments. I can't believe you're talking about baseball starting already. Baseball tournaments, things like that, in the summer when you've got a day layover and stuff like, you can go to the pool. You can. There's stuff that's
no matter what the weather's like, you still really use the
you can
pools
still go.
And things.
So that's very good, very good, and they're moving right along. He's looking to be open in May. So they're starting to get the money together as far as how much it's going to be for different levels of family membership, individual members, mm-hmm. day members, things like that.
Working out the details.
Yeah, but when you look at it, Mountain Home, they got that through on the tax. So Mountain Home is, I don't know how many tens of thousands of tourists that come through here every year, mm-hmm. and so even with all that sales tax money coming in, they still had to come up and charge people individually to swim. We're going through this over in Marion, and it's kind of a tough deal right now to justify that type of thing, especially when you have a facility.
You know,
this
time
thing.
might
I'm,
take
and
a
I'm
little
not,
bit.
I don't want to go down that path because I'm kind of limited.
I understand, but you've got a couple minutes here. Let's talk about the importance of that facility at Marion County.
Yeah.
You've got a chance to build something nice over there, basically, and it's left up to the people, right? At this point,
Yeah, well, they're voting on the tax increase
in how that's going to
and
work.
how that's going to
Yeah,
work.
that's where I was wanting to go.
Yeah,
Make people
yeah.
aware that is still
Yeah,
in the
when you go to vote, in fact, actually, Brian sent me that we've so far in Marion County we've had 1,228 voters in Marion County as of yesterday. So I don't know. I'm sure the number's more than that in Baxter. But if no matter what county you're watching me on, get out and vote. You can't complain about this stuff later.
Yeah, no
one
gripe if you don't
one way or
vote.
the other. If you didn't go vote, you got no voice in the game at all.
There you go.
None at all.
There you
And
go.
that's 1,200 people is nothing.
Yeah.
You know, when a town of 17,000, a county of 17,000. So, and there's some important races on there. We also have our treasurer's race and one JP race. Baxter's got JP races.
County
And
judge, sheriff, JP races
Yeah.
in Baxter County. A lot
yeah,
of things.
so
Going
there's a lot of things going on. Plus the state races and the Supreme Court races. Supreme Court race is very, very important as
And
well.
the importance of all of my asking that is just the awareness of the voting. People,
Yeah, people
have to
didn't. There's people
exercise
didn't
that.
know that. Was there an election?
Yeah,
We sent a flyer out to every house in Marion County. The Republican Party did. Where you can go vote, when you can go vote, all the candidates on there, our position on the community center. But I mean, you couldn't miss it when you got it in the mail, and we're not to everybody. Oh, is there an election? I didn't. Yeah, and they get the same thing over here in Baxter.
With that said, let's get back
Yes.
to real estate. With that said, how hard is it for someone that moves into our area to register into Arkansas so they can participate in the voting, or how long do they have to be here before they can do that?
All they have to do is when they're going to go to the Secretary of State's office, the Revenue Department, to get a driver's license and to transfer their vehicles over here to Arkansas, they're going to ask you, are you registered to vote in Arkansas? And you're going to say, well, no, I just got here.
Yep,
And
simple
they're
and
going to
easy.
say, so this is what you do. And they can do that right there.
Yeah, simple and
And
easy. No
you-
excuses.
No excuses. Doesn't cost you anything. There's no big rigmarole. You can register as a party affiliate, Democrat, Republican, or an independent. That's up to you to do whatever you want to do, but it's nothing. I mean, you're there, boom, you hit it,
Yeah.
and you're registered.
Houses, a lot of new startup homes in town. There's
Yeah,
some
there
startup
are.
homes popping up
Yeah.
here and there. We've got some new stuff going on, some new roads just right over here off of Coley. A lot of things changes in the area.
There have been, and it's just, it really shows the growth, Bob. When you see the amount of new businesses that are here, the number of coffee shops that are here, I mean,
It's unbelievable.
that gives you an idea of how much growth there has been here.
Mm-hmm.
And we're never going to be Fayetteville. People, I don't want it to be. That's not good. That's never going to be the case. We don't have the infrastructure. We don't have a lot of things. But there's people that want to come here. They like the Three Rivers, Two Lakes. They like the quality of life. They like all this God's country that they hear about. They want to participate in that. Mm-hmm. It's a place where you can stand up and pray at a brunch or whatever, and have a prayer and pledge allegiance to the flag, and it's smiled at. Nobody's giving you the stink eye because you want to say grace over your food or in a restaurant. The number of people that you see in a restaurant where they're all sitting at the table holding hands, saying a prayer. That's what people are coming for. They want to get away from there, wherever there may be, where it's just they don't have that quality of life, and we do.
As you know, I'm involved in high school sports.
Yes,
And
I'd heard that.
I always, we start out with the Pledge of Allegiance, moment of silence, and the national anthem.
Uh-huh.
And normally I will ask for people to remove their headgear, take your hat off, because out of respect. Last night at the softball game, we had an opening game for Lady Bombers softball, And I just started talking about it. People stood up, already had their heads up. They're ready to
They're right.
go.
They know the routine. Yeah.
So it's a little different.
Sure. You know, they have that respect, and that's why people come here. So when we talk to people, when we talk about things that are, you know, of the area, things that why you want to come here, that's one of the things that are always very high up in that. You know, and it's always, you want to remember that if you are at an event and they ask you to pray, you know, it's God and then country. So you say your prayer first, moment of silence, whatever, however it is you want to do it, and then do the pledge, and you're good to go.
Yep. Ready to rip.
Yep.
Speaking of which, let's look at some
Speaking of
numbers.
ripping, This Week in Real Estate for February 27th is there were 44 new listings came on the market, 6 commercial properties, 8 parcels of land, 30 homes came on the market. They range in price from $51,000 to $699,000. There were 31 properties sold, 2 commercial properties, 7 parcels of land, 22 homes sold. They closed in the prices ranging from $485,000 to $51,000. So the average sale price this week was $206,000 with 118 days on market. 7 properties expired. There were 23 residential price changes. Currently, there's 454 homes listed on the MLS. Those are homes you can walk in and buy. They're not under contract in any way, shape, or form. And it's still a goodly number. 174 of them are in Mountain Home. Year to date for 2026, there's been 133 homes have sold. The median sale price is $215,000 with 91 days on market. Last year, there had been 133 homes sold, and the median sale price last year was $204 with 63 days on market. So the market's been, it just feels better. You know, the prices are holding fairly well, but I mean, it's not, COVID is over. You're not going to get money that's not really there. People won't pay that coming in.
The interest rates have kind of plateaued.
Interest rates hitting 6 you're gonna start to see some activity now. So if you're looking to buy, you really want to get out there. You want to get pre-approved. I can't say that. I say it all the time, and I'll say it again. Get pre-approved. Linda had somebody to come to look at a house the other day. Oh, I want to see this house, and we had already had it under contract, and we explained that to her, and she says, why? Linda says, well, are you pre-approved? Do you have, no, but I'm good friends with the bank. It's not going to get you on a bus. Being a good friends with the bank is not. So go and get pre-approved, go through the process, because if she did put an offer on the house, the seller would have rejected it because she didn't have proof of funds, and took one that they did have proof of funds. So I can't overstate the importance of that. People say, well, we've been looking for houses for a year. Yeah, then you're doing something wrong. And then to say you've been looking for a house for that long, and then when you're asked, well, where's your pre-approval letter? Oh, I don't have one. Well, that's why you've been shopping for a year. And shame on the agent for shopping them, letting them go to places for a year. I mean, that's part of our job, is to make sure that you're prepared to buy. If you're looking to buy and not just shop, there's 2 different things there. If you're looking to buy a home, the agent should be helping make sure that you've got everything done that you need to have done to be a successful bidder on a house. And that's one of the things we always make sure, that our clients, our buyers, are ready to buy, and they know that they're in the right price point, that they're looking at the right kind of house from what their needs are. And that's one of the things that we really shine at, is making sure that people are prepared to purchase homes. Same thing with selling. Make sure that the things that need to get done are done, and make sure that you're ready to sell. That both parties are ready to sell, not just she's ready or he's ready. She wants to go back and see her grandkids. He wants to stay and fish. So he wants the price to be here. She doesn't care. She doesn't want to get ripped off, but she wants it to be, what's the market? What did Bob say the prices were? That's the kind of things that you run into, and to have to be, if they're both not on the same page, then it can run into problems. You get an offer, No, I don't like that. We don't know about this, and we don't know about that. And
Do you have any orphan signs laying around that you need to find some homes for?
I do, actually. I've got one in front by the garage. Actually, I've got one in the truck that I picked up yesterday from a house that we're closing on Tuesday from over in Carlisle Highlands. So I got an extra sign. If you want it in front of your house, give my honey a call. She's at 870-405-0793. And check out the website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
It's been This Week in Real Estate with Mr. Bob Zdora. 870-405-0793 is his number. Retiredarkansas.net is their website. Again, these are realtors you can recommend to your friends. They're busy, but never too busy to help you. Bob and Linda Zdora, the Z Team. We'll be back with Friday basketball in just a moment.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care of Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
At Hospice of the Ozarks, our purpose is you, not just your illness. We offer a compassionate plan of care that respects your dignity and honors your wishes with countless services and groundbreaking programs. We are committed to improving the quality of life for both you and your family. We provide care and support in the comfort of wherever you call home, but we also have the area's only hospice house when needed. As the only local not-for-profit hospice, we will never turn away a patient regardless of their ability to pay. Learn more at hospiceoftheozarks.org.
All you've ever wanted was a place to write your story. You hear it's not the right time to buy or sell a house, but really, the best time is when it's right for you. The real estate markets, they change, they go up, they go down. One thing that doesn't change is where you want to be in your life. The professionals you team up with will make your story happen. The Z Team are the professionals you need to hire for your next chapter. So call the Z Team at 870-405-0793, Century 21 LeMac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, retiredtoarkansas.net.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
The Atlee
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. It's Friday, and that means we're talking basketball with Coach Dell Leonard, Coach Josh Fulcher. Gentlemen, how are we today?
Doing good. Good Friday.
Good Friday?
Yeah, I had a nice little breakfast this morning. Got a Black Rifle coffee. It's a great start to the day.
A Black Rifle coffee.
Yeah.
Coach Leonard?
Same.
Yeah?
Yeah, you guys take care of us. So
the season is winding down.
It's kind of sad.
It is. I was talking to a guy last night at the softball game.
Yeah.
He said, I can't believe that basketball's already over.
Yeah.
I said, well, it's not over. We got the game tonight and then state tournament.
Well,
tomorrow night.
Anytime you get to, coach these type kids, and they've had the year that they've had, and the buy-in, and just how smooth everything's been, and it's been a lot of fun.
Let's talk just a little bit about the Farmington Buzzsaw that came to the hangar Tuesday night.
Well, I'll talk about the girls, and I feel like they've got the best player that in 30 years of coaching, and even before that as a spectator or playing in high school, I've ever seen.
I agree with you.
I honestly think that Easton McCullough will play in the WNBA, and we've played against other players that ended up playing the WNBA, and but I believe she will. She's a high school Caitlin Clark as far as I'm concerned, and I think as a sophomore she's only going to get bigger and stronger as she goes forward. But you got to do three things really well against them, and that is you cannot turn the basketball over as much as we did. We had 24 turnovers and scored 56 points, lost by 11. If we just cut those turnovers in half, it's a different story. And then you go to the category of transition defense, and we didn't want to give them any easy run-outs, and there were a couple times that we hit buckets and they threw it over the top for layups that ended up being and one. So we lost our discipline there and gave up double digits in that category. And then you look at offensive rebounds, and probably about 15 of Easton's points came after an offensive rebound where they extended the possession. So there's three areas there. Now it's a lot easier said than done because they're very talented and they're very good, but our goal is to try to get to the state finals and play them a third time.
And they will write their own ticket, I'm pretty sure, to get to that point.
Well, they're pretty good, and they're going to be on the opposite side of the bracket. And the thing that makes Farmington such a tough animal, and I think Coach will say this about the boys too, and that is, if you can watch all the film you want, and you can talk to whoever you want, you can work on simulating them, but if you hadn't played them, you don't really understand. And that's the thing. We've played them twice now, so we've got the first time was an 18-point game, and this one cut it about in half. But we realize, and again, I give them credit. I'm not taking anything away from them. I think they got two great coaches, and they've got the best player we've ever seen. We've talked about that, but we know the plan. You just got to be able to execute it.
Carry it out. Coach Fulcher?
Well, kind of what Coach Leonard said is, we know what they're going to do, but you can't simulate it in practice. We knew Rhett's going to get face guarded, so he's getting face guarded, but we don't have a 6'7" guy to guard him. We knew they've got three guys that are assigned to go get rebounds. Those are all 6'5" to 6'8" guys. We can't really simulate that. We can't really simulate the skill of a Eli Schwartzman or a Press Taylor. But I really, we gave as good of a look as we could. And our guys were prepared. We knew that it was going to be a battle of could we hold our own inside because they get so many easy buckets because of their size and length. And then on the offensive end, could we, hit perimeter shots? And we got looks. We just wasn't able to hit those in the first half. And a lot of credit to our guys for hanging in there. And we finally started making shots and was able to open the game up a little bit. Lost by 10. And you feel like you just kind of left everything out there. They're that good, and that's why they're 28-1 and considered one of the top teams in the state. And they've got a great blend of skill, talent, and coaching, and he's got a really good team over there. But we gave them all they wanted, just fell short.
And I want to say too that I believe this in both games, the girls' game and the boys' game, that if our kids, boys and girls, don't just grind and play as hard as they possibly can play, that's easily 30-point games. But, if you're not scoreboard watching the way that the flow for us and the way the game was going for us, you think we're losing by 30 or 40. And then you look up and it's a 10-point game. We miss a layup at the end or get a layup blocked at the end that cuts it to 8. Same thing with the guys. I just think it's a testament to the character of our kids, of how hard that they played. I'm not disappointed, and Coach is not disappointed in our effort. It's more so execution for me.
I just got a text message real quick, and there's some controversy or talk about Alma. What was the deal with the official in Jackson Corp at Alma?
Well, there was a loose ball there, and there was a second player that kind of dove in on the ball, and the referee's going to kind of try to separate that. And he did. I mean, he grabbed our guy, and I felt it might have been a little excessive, but I understand why a referee wants to separate that. And as he's walking away, there's a lot of strange things I've seen. Normally they kind of let go, but I don't know. It was just a bizarre thing to see.
Over the top.
It's definitely over the top. I normally don't like to say things like that, but there's no denying that. And but it was just hopefully it was an honest mistake, and we'll move on. That's the same thing that Corp and I talked about that Sunday. Who cares? Let's focus on Farmington.
Right on.
That's our job to do that and move on, and we can't let things that you can't control is how what others are doing, the officiating. You just got to adjust to it, and that's what we continue to kind of preach and get over those things. Just focus on things that we can control.
Right. It's always been the next game. What's next?
Absolutely.
And we couldn't control the officials at our place Tuesday night either. And I thought Brooklyn Mitchell getting popped with 2 fouls early. One I get, one I didn't. I mean, as an official right there, I think you got to understand the caliber of that game, the caliber of the two teams that are playing, and have a little bit of a clue about the game. Mm-hmm. And when Brooklyn got 2 fouls, that changed the whole game. So there's my piece. You can't control it. You can't do anything about it. The very same thing may happen in the state tournament, and we got to figure out how to overcome it. But the bottom line is, you cannot, as Coach was saying, you cannot get caught up in what you can't control. So,
I know one thing. I'm going to sign up for lip reading. I'm going to learn how to lip read.
Don't do that.
Don't do that, because I was reading the same lips, and that's what I was upset about. And I'll just leave it at that. It went in the back of my mind. It's like, all right, we've got big games next week. Your team needs you. Let's move on. Let's try to be a good example to your guys here. You want to fight for your guys, but you can't. You don't want to go over the top. So I said my piece.
Yeah.
I listened to his explanation. Didn't agree with it, but move on. Unfortunately, he has the whistle, and there's.
Yeah, and the other thing too for Coach there is people need to remember where the state tournament's being played, and that's where that guy's located. I mean, we could end up first round state tournament and have that dude calling our game. So the way Coach handled that was very intelligent. I wanted to, come from where I was sitting, and everybody did. But
one thing that Coach Leonard, you and I have been around each other for 30 years. And Coach Fulcher, I've known you since you came here. One thing I've always seen you guys do is you'll stand up for your players. And one thing that was voiced out Tuesday night or last Friday night at that game was, hey, if you've got a problem with my player, bring it to me. Leave my kid out of it.
And come
to me. And I've seen you guys both do that.
I'll add to that. Number one, people don't have very many problems with our players because they know how to conduct themselves. The other is that not everybody that's not right there and doesn't hear what's being said really knows how hard that we are defending our kids. And the way it looks is not necessarily the way it is,
Yeah, but that's not the case. I can vouch for that for both of you guys. I've been around y'all long enough to know
Thank you,
those
Bob.
kids
Thank
come
you.
first.
Yeah.
I just know it is. We'll be back after a quick break.
Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Sleep Mart is introducing a new way to shop for a great night's sleep. Your Comfort Mattresses comes in 5 unique comfort levels from firm to soft, with cooling options to match your perfect sleep temperature. And no matter your price range, we'll help you find the perfect fit. Get deep, restorative sleep exclusively at Sleep Mart.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience the best in Mexican dining. Letty's in Gassville, voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day, or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday, 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah. Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z-Team.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. As the #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Josh Fulcher, Dell Leonard, both basketball coaches from Mountain Home Bombers and the Lady Bombers. Tonight is the final home game against Greenwood, and it's senior night. Let's talk about the Greenwood matchup, and let's talk about your seniors a little bit.
Oh, Greenwood, anybody that's scoreboard watching from when we went over there, different team. They went through the gauntlet of having a really rough year early. They imploded as a team. I think now it's a sign of a good program that has a lot of tradition, that when one of those things happens, you can either go one of two ways. You can either just keep falling off the deep end, into the deep end, or you can come together and get better. And the way that we have seen it, Coach Husky and I, they've gotten better. And they obviously have another superstar player who, can score 60 points. She doesn't score the same way that the McCullough kid from Farmington does, but she can still score, more athletic, more explosive. Definitely can get you in foul trouble and create a situation just like the other night. But they're much better than when we played them the first time. And they also missed a lot of easy shots last time we played them. Our seniors, I don't know that we have enough time left in the show for me to talk about all of our seniors, so I'll just say as a group, as a whole, they have absolutely bought in, and they have, I think, learned a lot over 3 years of high school, and they've come in with one common goal. We actually went to my driver ed classroom Tuesday and looked at the goals that they wrote on the board in August, and they listed 10 of them, and they've matched 9 out of 10 and still have a chance to get the 10th one. But that doesn't happen without great kids, without great parents. I'll probably spend a lot more time talking about them later on because I don't want to take up Coach's time, but we've got 7 senior players and 2 senior managers, and they will forever epitome what it means to be a Lady Bomber basketball player.
They have answered the call.
They have answered the call.
Coach Fulcher?
Well, Greenwood, first time we played them was the first time they had really all gotten healthy, so they've had 6 games since then to get better. And you see that with the Holt kid who had just come back, and then the Canada kid who comes off the bench but is still one of their best players. And they're a very dangerous team. They're very capable of beating anybody. They just coming off a 20-something point win at Russellville. It's a huge game for us. It being senior night. And there's a lot of implications on the line for our, what we want to continue doing on. We have an opportunity to get 3rd seed to 5th seed, but we've got to worry about what we can control, and that's we need to beat Greenwood and we need to beat them by a certain amount of points. But that's not the focus. The focus is dominating every play, and it's the process that we're focused on. And if we do that, then everything takes care of itself, and we're just worried about what we control. About our seniors, you just get so tight with these guys because you spent so many years with them. And one thing that's guaranteed, if you're a senior and you're on senior night, you've been tested. And I stand up in our parent meeting and tell our parents, like, your kids will go through adversity. That's one of our core beliefs is grow through adversity, and your kid will go through some tough stuff. So if you're a senior, that means that you can handle tough stuff. You've got the dedication, you've got guts, and you're definitely understand what it takes to be an everyday guy. And that's what these 3 are. I mean, they're just everyday guys. They're great people. They're outstanding basketball players. But if you don't have the support of the parents, you don't have that perfect mesh. And we got a great group of seniors this year that has helped form such a wonderful team and that team bonding chemistry. And we want to go out in style. We just hope that it's not tonight. But regardless, man, it's been a fantastic year for us, and I can't say enough about these guys. Luckily, we have a little senior celebration tonight. We get a banquet with these guys, but they know how much we love them because we tell them every day. This isn't like all of a sudden, hey, you mean the world to me. They get that love and sometimes tough love every day, and when it's tough, we explain why, and but they mean the world, and it's after they graduate. That's kind of the things that you love so much. I spend, this week I'm always reconnecting with my players, and this week was an example of that. You see some former players come in that you hadn't got to see in a while, but it's the relationships that are built. But we have that common bond, and we've gone through tough stuff together, and that's kind of what the glue that binds the kids in our program.
Coach Leonard, the Lady Bombers have the Lady Bulldogs come into town. As you said a moment ago, this is going to be a tough matchup. They always are. Every one of them. If you win by 20, it's still a tough matchup because there's something that could have went a little bit different.
Well,
how do you keep your girls from looking past tonight into the state tournament next week?
Well, I really like what Coach Fulcher just said about it's not the next game. It's let's dominate every play, and that's something that's very, very important because there's a lot of distractions tonight, a lot of emotion, and it's important. Mountain Home is special. The hangar is special to these kids, and this will be the last time they ever play in the hangar. And they've provided us with some great memories. Last night they had their senior night team dinners hosted by the Humans, and kids did their typical traditional reading letters to each other, and it's I don't know, there's a lot of emotions, and you've got to try as a head coach to let's get focused on this game, and let's get focused on every single play, like Coach said, and a lot of pride with both teams, a lot of tradition with both teams, and it's going to be a head-on collision.
Coach Fulcher, how do you keep your boys from overthinking tonight's game against Greenwood because they know how important it is to get?
Well, we've been playing important games all year long. The reason why we're in this position is because of the one game approach that we've taken, and we're just fortunate that we have put ourselves in this position to accomplish all of these things, and because it's a grind, it's a brutal grind, and we've been doing this all. We put together an outstanding non-conference schedule, and it's hopefully this pays off because of that. But it's just one play at a time. There's nothing different. I mean, that we will preach tonight that we've been preaching all year long. They're going to hear the same message. We just continue to do what we do, and our kids are pretty good about handling distractions. We do a lot for our kids just in Mountain Home in general school district. So with that, there's a lot of just kind of chaos at times, and our kids are good in chaos because they get it all the time. So senior night, yeah, there's a ton of distractions, but kind of everyday event in Mountain Home. So our kids are used to distractions.
We've got 3 or 4 minutes left. Let's talk about the importance of the boom squad, the student section. How important is that to not only the players to see in there, but how do you coaches look at that?
Well, we love it. I personally would like to challenge them to get their butts up there a little bit before the girls' game starts, to be honest with you. But they're great. I mean, I love them. They're a huge 6-man. I mean, they help us a lot. And, we haven't had a game at home necessarily yet where, since we started conference, where they were able to really be a factor in the end, because every game except for the Farmington game was a 20-point, 30-point game, but we'd love to have them there tonight early and full and help us against Greenwood.
Yeah, it's big. It's big for the kids, support other kids. And, we want them there, but we also want them to be effective. You go, I'm watching film on the road and, these other student sections, and hopefully they come out and let loose and let them be kids and be loud and enjoy it. And hopefully we can give them something to cheer about, but hopefully that they're going to be there and they're cheering on regardless. And, supporting our kids, because I know it's important for our guys, to go out and support other teams and programs. But it's last night in the hangar. We have a great student section. We have a lot of things that we do for our students and love, and our band and our cheerleaders. It's Mountain Home. Mr. Zdora was on here earlier just talking about what a great place we live in, this community. And that's one of the things I love about this community. They support our school and our kids, and that's why we have such great environments. And I expect nothing less. And hopefully we can just crank it up about 2 or 3 levels tonight and let loose and let it all out there, because there are no more home games.
It was nice to see the crowd that we had for the Farmington game.
Yeah, and we'll have another big one tonight.
And it will be another big one tonight. Last couple of minutes, anything you guys want to touch on real quick?
I hope we don't see you next Friday.
Hope you'll be away next Friday.
I hope we don't see you next Friday, because I hope we're getting ready to play a game over in Farmington. And for us, we're definitely locked in as the 2 seed, and we're going to play. We found out last night that we're going to play Valley View first game, and that'll be a tough first round game for us Thursday night, or Thursday afternoon at 4. And then if we're able to get past that, we've got a really tough one the next day. So that's why I'm saying is I hope I'm not in Mountain Home next Friday. So.
Coach Fulcher, everything kind of lays out on how.
Oh yeah, we won't know till the final buzzer. How fun is that? So that's us. I mean, we like to live life on the edge, and it's just another night for Bomber basketball. But I do want to say thanks to XL7. I appreciate you guys being on the road supporting our kids. Thanks to our community and our fans that show up for our kids in more ways than just attendance. Would like to congratulate Coach Leonard on another successful year. Our relationship, not just amongst coaches and players, there can't be a better one in the state. Our kids, I know I personally care for his kids, and I know he does the same for ours. And it means a lot working alongside a program that we have such similar beliefs and characteristics. And I admire the success that he has on a year in, year out basis. But more importantly, I admire what he does daily and how he carries himself. And that's how you have success.
Same.
Time to rip. Thanks for being here. We'll see you Monday.
Go Bombers.